I haven't been back to Venice since I was 18 years old, and I feel like I have matured a lot since then, so I was super excited to come back. This was my only full day in Venice, so I was gonna make the most of it. The hotel that we were staying at provided breakfast, and when I envision a European breakfast, this is exactly what I think of. The host beautifully displayed everything. There was a mix of meats, cheeses, fruits, danishes. This was such a chill breakfast, and I loved the vibe. It was pretty well balanced, so it was a good way to start the day. Once we got ready, we did some shopping, and because Venice is pretty small and very walkable, we were just exploring the streets and taking in all of the views. Then we wanted to try a food that Venice is known for, so we got some cicchetti. I hope I'm saying that right, but it's basically just small bite-sized snacks. We also got an Aperol Spritz, and it was my first time trying cicchetti. I like the different combos of toppings they put on the bread. It was a good snack, and then immediately after we had to get some gelato. Gelato in Italy is just so delicious. I really like the gelato from this place because it was super creamy, and this place had a lot of different flavor options, including things like banana bread and matcha. And immediately after having our first scoop of gelato, we got another one. We had 2 different gelato spots in a span of 30 minutes, and honestly, I'm not mad at it. Then we checked out this bookstore that had the cutest cat sleeping on top of the books, and this cat was sleeping with one eye open. It was also cute because they put books on top of this gondola, which just makes sense because it's Venice. And since we're in Venice, we have to take a gondola ride. Just exploring the city through the waters was very peaceful. Once we got off the gondola ride, we did a little bit more sightseeing. Walking the streets of Venice was so nice because we saw so many cats, and they were so cute. We then got dinner, and obviously I got some pasta because we're in Italy. I got the seafood pasta, and it came with fresh pasta. The noodles were super chewy, which I liked, and it had a really good seafoody flavor. And I like that this pasta didn't feel too heavy to eat because sometimes the pasta in America makes me feel so heavy. Because we're in Italy, we could not say no to some tiramisu. This was the first tiramisu of the trip, and it did not disappoint. It was creamy and it had a great espresso flavor. And the restaurant was so nice because before we left, they gave us some shots. I forgot what this was, but I remember it was pretty sweet and strong in that liquor flavor. Then we ended the night walking the streets of Venice, and it was so peaceful.